The issue of entrepreneurship is very, very critical for us. So this gathering, in my opinion, is not just another summit, so to speak. We've been having one summit after another. It is a national conversation about Kenya's future, about how we educate, innovate, and compete in the rapid changing world. In my opinion, Kenya has made it very clear that we do not aspire to remain a developing economy. And His Excellency the President has clearly indicated that our ambition is to become a globally competitive nation, if you like, an industrialized nation. And I want to say this is clearly and confidently today that the ambition will be won or lost in our universities, our research institutions, and our innovation ecosystem, so to speak.
We've spent some time over the last couple of years to think through where could we intervene most and best. And as the innovation agency is growing, we're gradually, identifying the spaces where we add most value. And thanks also to the partners who've shared the burden with us. We know that entrepreneurship is going to fill the gap. But we also ask ourselves every so often, is the way we build capacity for entrepreneurship evolving? Yes. How we design our curriculums, how we evaluate, how, should it be a grade? Should it be a venture? Those are the questions we want to ask ourselves.
How do we now go to the basics? And I think starting to accelerate the pockets of success that we are seeing around entrepreneurship, teaching and learning is going to be absolutely key. And we cannot progress on any of the other areas unless we get that basic right.
What we would like to see as the Commission for University Education is greater and greater collaboration between universities and ourselves. Why? We are interested in the same output. We want good quality graduates. We want education that impacts society. We want research that contributes to solving problems that affect all of us. So we want the same thing. So why should there be a distance? So one of the reasons why I'm here is to tell you, as a commission, we come as partners and as friends.
A student should not just learn, they should become. For a long time, all we did was to make the student learn. But now we want them not only just to know, but also to become.
So I did 5 years of engineering, 1 year of COVID, so 6 years. But never ever, and I went to one of the best high schools in the country, but never ever had I ever heard of the word venture capital, ecosystem, entrepreneurship, all these kinds of jargons that you're hearing here today. I had them after school. No one taught me how to pay taxes. No one ever mentioned how to hire other people. We were taught how to send CVs, but never how to receive CVs. So what we should actually be preparing graduates for is not for the employability, which they're kind of good at, but it is mostly for how can they go and start something of their own.
If you stay in a school for 4 years, you stay in a university for 7 years, you go to PhD, your schooling life is 21 years, then maybe you are studying genetics like I, then you go and sell to insurance, maybe to sell policies, then it means 21 years are lost.
When you mentor a student, don't just give them the resources like Ndoi Pesa, Shika. You have to give them the mentorship. Make sure you follow up, because most of us, without being followed up, I'm not necessarily talking about me, but most of us, without being followed up, will have trouble in managing these resources. Because remember, we have not been taught how to manage them. We have not been taught about taxes. We have not been taught about trademarks. We have not been taught about companies. Nothing.
when I look at CVs of people coming into the organization, I skip the educational part first and go to extracurricular. And I ask myself, did all these students do was their academics and nothing else? Or were they interested in something else? Because that's what kind of gives me the signal of how different they are from every other student. So were they treasurer of CU? Were they head of choir? Were they, part of this social association? Were they part of ISEC? Were they part of Rotary? Were they part of all these things? Because that already tells me this person does extra. They're not just comfortable with what's required of them. They go out, and it also signals to me that they are proactive.
I remember when I was in campus, I had a mentor, and he told me you have two choices. One is you spend all your time in the library, and you come back with a first-class honors. Then the doors might be open to you. Or second is, if you can't be a first-class honors student, make sure you do enough things that when you walk into the interview, Joram will look at the CV and he'll be like, let's discuss this side hustle you're running with the tuk shop, in this case in terms of selling bread or whatever to the other kids. And that's going to be more interesting.